How's it going, people? Today I'm going to be doing a simple but very important repair on my 1980 Chevette. And what's happening is water is getting inside the car. As you can see, I had to use some cardboard there, so it didn't get the floor wet, and I put bags on my feet that they didn't get wet. And what's happening is water is getting in, goes in through the grill here, which I'm seriously considering removing. But anyways, water is getting in through the grill, and then it gets in through what used to be a rubber gasket here, right on the motor of the wiper motor. So I'm using a 5/16 wrench way up there in the back. There's 3 bolts or nuts that come off, and I'm using an 8mm socket right here. Okay, so way up in sometimes to be a mechanic you've got to be a gymnast. Way up in there, I have to remove that bolt there. That looks like I want to say 1/4 inch, 10mm. Okay, so there used to be rubber grommets around where the bolts go, and that would also serve as like a spacer so that you don't squash this gasket too much. But I'm thinking that there's a very bad design flaw, which is this hole here, because as you can see, water is going to pass through there and then into the car. So that's very strange. Alright guys, so the way this system used to work here is that this part here used to seal. It used to sit up against this part here, right at the edge of this stupid grill. Right there, there's a flat part there, and it used to seal off water from falling onto the wiper motor. But I don't know what the hell happened, and maybe this is from another car, I don't know. But you see that there's a huge amount of space right there, and it no longer seals, and it's a stupid system anyways. And one option would be to just fill this all up with silicone, but I think that's just stupid. So what I'm going to end up doing is just removing all of this system here, all of this stupid plastic shit, and just closing that up, because there isn't a heated core. Remember, this is Brazil, so the only thing that this really does is it gets air from the engine bay and throws it inside the car, which is just a ventilation system, which is not really useful for anything. It just creates, there's more disadvantages than there are advantages, really. So I'm just going to remove all this plastic crap and let's close that off. And then maybe in the future I can install a heater core, which would be nice, because although this is Brazil, this is the south of Brazil, and winters here are a little bit cold. 0 degrees, -1, -5 rarely, but it did happen. -1 is normal, so it is nice to have the heater core in for defrosting as well, right? But right now this doesn't do anything, so I'm just gonna end up removing that. And you'll see that the wiper motor on this car, this space, I'm just gonna go next door to a place that they work with marble and granite, and I'm gonna see if they give me a little bit of silicone to seal this hole off. And you'll see that on this other Chevette, it's a newer Chevette, the wiper motor is just sitting out here, and you see that there's no holes in between the shaft here. It's completely sealed off. So I don't know if somebody put a wrong rubber seal here or what the hell, I don't know, but it definitely seems like this is wrong here. This is how it's supposed to be. But we can just easily clean that off. Clean that off, and clean that up, and put some silicone, and then that's done. There's a Volkswagen Beetle right there. And I was just talking to the owner of this Chevette, and you can see that everything is closed off here. Although this looks like it's from the factory, it used to be just like on my Chevette there, with all those plastic pieces. And as you can see, they did the job of just closing this all off. So as you can see, this is probably going to be what I'm going to end up doing here. Just leaving it, making it like this. One thing I will mention is that the stupid plastic pieces, at least that one on the left, one that used to go here, doesn't really seal up against it, anything. The log one was supposed to seal over here, stop water from getting on the motor and on the engine bay, but what really seals up here, as you can see, is this stupid plastic crap here. Was just some silicone, and over here doesn't do anything because there's no passage into the car, but over here there is. So as you can see here, if water starts dripping in here, it'll go into the cab of the car. So what we're gonna end up doing is just removing all this plastic, useless plastic shit, and just closing it up like on the other Chevette. Alright, so even though I removed this stupid plastic piece here, there shouldn't be any water getting into the car from here, at least, because this here, the sealing, what seals the water from here to here is right here. So if any water is getting past, I'm just going to put some silicone across here for now until we can figure what we're going to do here. If I'm just going to just close this off, or maybe convert this to like a cold country system or an American system, let's say Canadian system, where we have an actual little radiator or heater core, if you want to call it that, right? The heater core with a blower motor here that blows actual hot air that's created from the passage of coolant through the little radiator. Although we are in Brazil right now, this is the south of Brazil, and winters are actually quite cold, going down to 0 degrees or -1, -2, sometimes -5. So it would be a nice conversion. The gaskets over here weren't doing anything, as you can see, so I don't think that's going to be a big change at all. Worst case scenario, we just cut a piece of sheet metal and just with silicone, just close this off for now if we have to, because I don't have a MIG welder right now. They just have a TIG welder here, and it's kind of an impossible job for a TIG welder to close this off, because I'm going to have to remove this plastic junk here as well and just weld everything. No plastic, no sealants, just welded. But that's going to be a job for another day. Alright, so this is the final job or final result for now, at least until I get this all closed up. And turns out some water was also leaking through the connection here on the accelerator cable. And so, at least for now, I threw water inside the grill here, and water just all the water from here just comes out the side. So fortunately, these joints here are still okay. So that's that.